3. So I've been having a few technical difficulties, but I'm hoping everything is all sorted out. Today, we're talking all about routines, how to get them up and going. If you feel like you're a parent who is like, everyone's talking about routines, adding structure, my kids are home, we're under self-quarantine, I understand why I should probably have a routine, but how the heck do I do this? Because every time I feel like I try to implement something, it all falls apart. I'm not happy. I don't get my stuff done. My kids end up being miserable because they feel like I'm forcing them to do things. What do I do? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's get started. So let me just do a welcome and introduce myself. My name is Marlene Spence, and I am the founder of Cornerstone Family Services, where we empower parents to raise what we call rich kids. That's responsible, independent, confident, and happy. I am also the creator of the very first restickable routine chart that's made for modern parents. And I'm proud to say that is a little baby that was birthed about 2 years ago. We'll kind of talk about a little bit as what that looks like and what it is at the end. So stay tuned. So today we're talking about routines. Do you really need to have one? You are home right now, self-quarantine, social distancing, you're at home. What do you do? Do you need a schedule? You know what my answer is going to be. It's yes, 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 absolutely, 100%. Okay. So if you realize you need a schedule, but you're still saying, oh, okay, I don't really know though. Every time I try to implement something, like it doesn't work. Or I'm so tired, like I just don't have the capacity to try to come up with a schedule. Well, today I'm here to help you out. So let's get started. Okay, so 4 reasons, as I said today, we're going to be going through 4 reasons why the routines that you have been trying to implement in the past or even during this social distancing period has not been working. So reason number 1 is you're not being realistic. So in social media right now, there's a lot of different routine schedules flying around. People are posting what they're doing. They're, in color coordinated. They look awesome and amazing. So you take that, you download it, you print it off, you start to do it, and it falls apart because you're like, okay, so how do I do this? I can't do this. What is going on? You are not being realistic. You need to do and stick to a schedule that is good for your family. And so I just want to say, if you can hear me and everything's okay, please comment in the box that you can hear me and you can see me okay. Okay, so you are not being realistic. So a schedule, let's say that a parent who is creative and crafty and a DIYer, who's maybe even a teacher and is off, that family's schedule is probably going to look different from the parent who still has to work 7 or 8 hours from home and needs to put in those hours at home while their kids are running around. Your schedule is going to look different, and that is okay. You've got to be realistic really take a look at. There are some great routines, great schedules here that are available. I have a routine or family schedule that I've also offered as a download where it's kind of not though in times. I didn't put time blocks. It's kind of just things that you can kind of do throughout the day just to help guide. So use those routines and stuff that you're seeing online, use them as guidelines to give you some ideas. but you've got to be realistic. It doesn't have to be in color-coded 30 increment blocked timetable if that does not work for you, okay? There is no right or wrong in a schedule. Your schedule has to flow to your day, and it might change today. Your schedule might be different today than it is the next, but it's important to have a schedule so everyone knows what's expected and what's going on. So be realistic. Give yourself a little bit of grace, okay? It's okay if you don't have that cool color coordinated schedule that you're going by, but do try to have a schedule. Right, I was definitely making that mistake initially. Yeah, and it's very, very easy to make that mistake for sure. Thanks for commenting, Camise. I think I can actually even put your comment there. Yeah, that's awesome. So Camise says, right, I was definitely making that mistake. So easy to make that mistake. So our next, So next, what else could we be doing that goes wrong? Not planning ahead. Here's another thing, okay? So we're tired, we're exhausted, we can barely like figure out, you know, our schedules ourselves have changed, what's going on, and now I've got to like figure out a schedule for my kids. And so you kind of just on the spur of the moment wake up and like just say, okay, this is what we're doing. Not always going to work. If you're feeling overwhelmed, and that's probably why there needs to be a little bit more planning ahead involved. And so take the time to plan the night before, at least the night before, or plan on Sunday for the entire week. I am one, I kind of like to plan on Sunday for the entire week, but today, because I am also off and home with the kids, I might be a little bit flexible in what I can do. So planning ahead. In one of my other YouTube videos, I talked about implementing like little playstations or centers where you set up 3 to 5 different activities and they rotate in those activities. Those are things that are great because they'll keep your kids occupied for a very long time, but you do need to plan ahead. So the night before or the Sunday before the week begins, right? Take out the 5 worksheets for the week. Take out the puzzles that they're going to have. Take out, write down which maybe online educational websites they're going to go to, what activities, the board games. Take all of those things, have them out and set up. If you do have like a play space where you can put them out and lay them out ahead of time, then absolutely do that. But you want to make sure you're planning ahead and you're not just kind of throwing things together, or else you are going to feel frazzled and not feel like, you can do this. Another important thing is to remember is that if you are feeling like you're just so tired and exhausted and overwhelmed and you don't know, like, I don't even have the energy to do this, it's okay. If you need to not have a schedule or routine for, a few days so that you can get yourself together to have a routine, then do that, okay? The problem just lies when you have no structure or no routine for, a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? But if a few days you need to gather yourself, you need to get your rest, you need to do whatever you need to do so that you can then, begin to think of different activities or how you're going to pull together things. That's okay. Give yourself that grace. You deserve that. So don't feel pressured. Take the time that you need to be able to plan. Okay, next one is get your kids involved. So a lot of times what happens is your schedule falls apart and your kids don't want to do what you have planned because the problem is you planned them. You planned them and they had zero involvement, okay? And so even for your little ones, even if your little ones are 3 years old, you can still ask them what they want to do. Maybe you're just giving them a choice. Okay, so tomorrow, which craft did you want to do? Did you want to do this one or this one? It could just be as simple as that, just having them decide. These are the things. When do you want to have your screen time? Do you want to be on Osmo at this time before lunch, or you want to be on Osmo, do the Osmo game after lunch? Have them have some kind of autonomy over their schedule, okay? Get your kids involved. And of course, if your kids are older, give them a little bit more freedom and reign over it, right? I had my daughters kind of write out their ideal schedule and be realistic about it, and then we kind of meshed together what could work and what couldn't work, etc. Okay, but they're going to feel more empowered. They're going to continue to want to follow the schedule if they're involved and they want to do it. Okay, so if you feel like you're getting a lot of resistance, step back and ask them, okay, so what would work with you? What do you want to do first? And have them get involved. And then our last point is it's not visual, and so it's not clear. So a lot of the times we're verbally just saying what we're going to be doing for today. And we all know that our kids forget a million times, right? We all know that as adults, we talk so much and the verbal information is not being received receptively. All of it is not being received. It's not being remembered. And so making it visual, okay? We all know that, again, this is why we have planners. This is why we have agendas. This is why we have calendars in our phone, because we write things down as to what we're going to do for the day, and it makes it visual. When we forget, we go back to what we had written, okay? And so making it visual is so important. And so, of course, this is where the reward and routine. So as I said, I'm the creator of the very first restickable routine chart made for families. So here is just an example of what a visual routine could look like. Okay, so here you have it visual. Okay, so eat dinner, put dishes away, clean table, and then it's your screen time. It's there. If this is up in your kitchen or in the hallway, in your family room or whatever, if you have that and it is a visual, it is clear. The expectations are defined. They are clear. Hi, Kara. They are clear, and so it makes it easier for your child to understand, right? There's no like going back and forth, like, you can, if they do try to do it, you're simply pointing back to, okay, but you need to, I'm glad you at dinner, we did a little bit of work, but you didn't clean the table and you didn't put the dishes away, so you can't have screen time. Okay, it is clear when it is written, when it's made, when it's also the whole disputes sometimes with other siblings or with other adults in the home as to what should be done is eliminated, because again, you've made it very clear. Okay, so here's another example of your routine after you take a bath. Okay, these are the things that are going to be done. So if it's clear and it's visual and it's written somewhere where everyone can see it, then it makes life so much easier. So Kara says hello, and Kara says, can you try a challenge? I'm not sure what that is meaning right now. Explain what you mean. Okay, so yes, so those are I have the starter kit that is available. This comes in a pack of 30 where you have a bunch of routines that will help you with your morning routine, your bedtime routine, and like, well, we don't have after school routine right now. But if you have like just chores and stuff like that as well, we have, I don't know if I have it here, I don't, but tasks and activities. So on screens, it includes like screen time and other routines that our kids need to follow. We have extracurricular activities, we have blank ones, all of those things that you could use to help with routines and help structure the routines so it's less stressful. Okay, so that is it for today. Those are the 4 tips. So not planning ahead, using someone else's schedule, right? Not being realistic with what your expectations are, and what just happened here? Okay, I hope I'm still live. I think something just happened. Not using visuals and not having your kids included. So those are the tips. Be sure to include all of those. If you still need some help and support, I am here. So I'm going to be doing a little group coaching session, a free coaching session for parents who still just need a little bit of help on how to put their schedule together. So we will work together collectively, virtually, of course, and help you put a schedule together. So put a comment in the box. Message me or contact me on Instagram at Rewardums, REWARDUM, or Cornerstone FS. Let me just actually put those there here. So at Cornerstone FS or at Rewardums on Instagram. Okay. Oops, there we go. Okay, and follow me and DM me and say, hey, look, I want to be part of your coaching group where you will you can get some help putting together a schedule. Let me know. That would be fantastic. I'm more than happy to help. I'm going to continue to do this series. I want to make sure it's relevant to you. So be sure to also comment and DM me with any other questions or any other topics that you want me to address as I go live. Thanks so much. Bye, Camise. Thanks for joining. Take care, everybody. Until next time. My next one, I'm actually going to be having a guest, but stay tuned. I will announce more details about that later. Take care.